Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie, we're going to look at the latest additions to the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2020. The first one, I would say, is this Spitfire, right? So, in total, there are 53 items. So, let's start, I would say, with the items. And you can see that when we're clicking through these items, you will see them in a different order. But keep in mind, we're going to that Spitfire, so don't worry. So the first of them is from two pilot. It's the cockpit enhancement for the Carendo PA44 and the PA34T. Uh, so that's cool, right? So they added new variation colors for the cockpits as well as 8K textures, weather textures in the Piper PA44, which means that they would say kind of made it look a little bit more realistic. Here you can see some of the screenshots which they have released. This is the weather, right? Where you can see, okay, hey, this is not a brand new aircraft, but at least you can see it being used. So really cool. The next one is from Captain Sim. It's for the 767-200 Echo Romeo Papa Whiskey livery pack number 2. It contains, in this case, 3 livery packs, or even more, I see. So mostly they will contain 3, but in this case more. So they will have, I'd say, for Air France, Air Canada, and the Sky Team Aero Mexico, as well as Air France, Air Canada, and Air Mexico. Although it looks like it's duplicated. Let's have a look at the text. 767. No, let's say, kind of weird. I do think that there are only 3 in this one. So keep that in mind. They're, of course, high resolution as always. And you can apply them only to the aircraft from Captain Sim. So keep in mind that you also need to buy the 767 from them. Then the next one is from Captain Sim also, the 777-200 and 200 Echo Romeo Papa Whiskey, livery pack number 27 already. Also 3 accurate livery, accurate high resolution liveries. United Airlines, SkyTeam Korean Air, and Omni Air International. And here you can see the screenshots of those aircrafts, right? So also this is let's say, a livery pack which only works for the 777 of Captain Sim themselves. Then they also released pack number 28 for the 777-200 Echo Romeo double R, right, which stands for Rolls Royce, which are the engine types. In this case, Kenya Airways, American Airlines, as well as Singapore Airlines. And here you can see some of the screenshots. Again, you need to own the aircraft from Captain Sim, else it won't work. Then we've got Four Simmers, which has released the A320 Alliance collection, which has, let's say, a lot of cool stuff in it. So it works with the Asobo aircraft, as it looks like. It contains 3 engine sound options, default, LEP, and PW, which stands for the different engine types. Then 3 updates, 4K, 8K quality liveries, as well as that the liveries are detailed. Uh, in this case, you can see that this is a bundle pack, right? So it's a collection, both from SkyTeam liveries, Star Alliance liveries, but also for the Neo One World livery. But against a reduced price, as you can see. And here you can see some of the screenshots which they have shared. Then the next one is from Dream Scenery. They released Astana Night Enhanced. So Astana is the capital of Kazakhstan. And they released a night enhancement for that. Last week they didn't release anything new, but it looks like that they're up to speed again and they're ready to release more and more. So this one is for this nice city. Scrolling down the list, we directly find the next one from them. It's Bergamo Night Enhancement. Bergamo is an Italian commune in the Lombardy region, capital of the province of the same name. So that's also cool. Also received a night enhancement. And here you can see some of the screenshots which they shared. Continuing with Braga, also night enhancement. It's a Portuguese city. It's in the district of Braga and the sub-region of Cavado, belonging to the north region of the country. So again, night enhancements from Dream Scenery. And the next one, Bristol, UK, and you can already guess it right. Dream Scenery developed a night enhancement for that city also, and here you can see the nice stuff being added. So again, really cool. Scrolling down the list, we will find Caracas Night Enhancement, also from Dream Scenery. It's a city, right? It's the capital of Venezuela. That city also received an update. So again, really cool that they did that. And they also did the same thing for Charleroi, which is, where is it located? It's in Belgium, of course. Also received a night announcement. So they've been pretty busy building new packages. So really cool. As well as Chennai, which is in India, also received an update. So a lot of new night announcements from Dream Scenery. Then the next one is the Czech Republic, created by Koshi, which is sightseeing. So likely it's, would say, bush trips across Czech Republic, right? So you can say kind of discover how it looks like. So it contains a bonus bush trip, right? Some of the points are included in World Update number 14. Could not be included for the original trip. As a bonus, you will get an additional bush trip to the remaining points of interest, so that you can reach out with the autopilot or with the help of the waypoint markers. So this is one of them, and it looks like they're having multiple bush trips in this one, but it's not very clear from the text. As always, it's available in multiple languages, as you can see, and there you will find the nice places in the Czech Republic. So if you love flying and if you love discovering new countries using Flight Simulator, then this might be a package which you want to buy. Then we've got Düsseldorf, which also received a night announcement from Dream Scenery. Again, a city in Germany. So pretty cool. And then we've got Virtual Call FS Software, which has released the E170 livery package. In this case, it contains 22 liveries for the EMB 170 and 175 series for MS, but they are from Virtual Call. So keep in mind that this does not include the aircraft itself. You need to buy the aircraft itself also. And then you will get, I would say, these liveries, which are, I would say, both liveries from airlines in South Africa, USA, Japan, Russia, Bahrain, Ecuador. So a lot of cool things. And here you can see those liveries or some examples of them. Then we've got Silt Westerland Airport, Echo Delta X-Ray Whiskey from FSDG, which has released its airport. It's in Germany. They didn't provide much information about, okay, what they have hosted, but it can host planes up to the size of the Airbus A320, which is cool. And here you can see some of the screenshots, right? It looks like that they also touched the scenery around the airport. Some nice things. Then we've got Tutton Hill Airfield, Echo Golf Bravo Mike, created by Burning Blue Design. It's an airport located near the village of Tutton Hill in Staffordshire and was established around the 1950s or 40s, sorry, for the RAF Tutton Hill. So what does it include? Over 130 custom 3D objects, as well as full physical based rendering, PBR textures, based on the up-to-date layout, right? So it simply is, say, if you would go to the airport now in real life, you would see the same layout there for both the runways, taxiways, and the custom taxi signs. Highly detailed cafe and control tower interiors, completely custom animated windsock, and real life static aircrafts based on that new, right? So you can see some Cessnas, the Blanca, the Kettle, the Eurocopter, the Piper PA 28, and the Blackburn Buccaneer. And here you can see some of those screenshots, right? So these are static, right? Which means that you can't fly with them. And they also won't move if you're visiting this airport. So pretty nice, right? Here's the Eurocopter. So cool. Then the next one is London City Airport, Echo Golf Lima Charlie, created by ORBX. I would say a little bit surprised that this one hits the marketplace because I think this one has been released already a while ago on ORBX, on the ORBX platform itself, right? So it's close to Canary Wharf. So what does it include? HD textures throughout with PBR, exquisite representation of the London City Airport and its surroundings, crisp real imagery, updated custom ground poly, a highly detailed model of the remote digital control tower, as well as the rebuilt HC tower with interior updated with the east apron and taxiway extension, improved main terminal, private jet center, and the Docklands campus. So that's really cool because they also added some, or they also it's also compatible with the Landmarks London City Pack, which is really important because it has added multiple things. And here you can see, right? So here you can see the, I would say, nice signage outside. You can see, let's say, nice aircraft there. Fortunately, they didn't include too much about the terminal buildings itself, but it looks pretty cool. This one, and also it's a not too expensive, right? So if we scroll down the list, we will find London City Airport Upgrade, Echo Golf Lima Charlie. This one was also released to create and allow market customers to upgrade from the original Echo Golf Lima Charlie London City to the newly released Echo Golf Lima Charlie London Airport V2. Okay, so that's the difference, right? So keep in mind that if you already own it, then please read, let's say, these notices here, right? So to ensure that the scenery displays correctly, please make sure that only EGLC version 2 is installed. The original airport can be safely deleted. So keep that in mind that you're, I would say, buying the correct one. So it's a little bit, I would say, they don't make it easier with this because they're still showing it like 2. So keep an eye on the notice. So this is, and keep in mind that the bundle is not an airport and city bundle, but I would say an upgrade as far as it looks like. So take notes of this and make sure that you're buying the correct one and installing the correct one. Then scrolling down the list, we will find the Wroclaw Copernicus Airport Echo Papa Whiskey Romeo created by Dr. Zuiki. Hope I pronounced correctly. Design. It's in Poland, right? It's a nice airport. A lot of details over here. So it's a high quality model, frame rate friendly, EP ignited textures, dynamic lining, and PBR materials, and a high definition mesh, as well as it's friendly for the performance. That's always good, right? Because not all, let's say, airports are frame rate friendly or performance friendly. Here you can see some of the, I would say, screenshots. So including the interior of the terminal buildings. So a lot of detail, as you can see, but really nice. Then the next one is the Fernando de Noronha night announcement by Dream Scenery. Again, it's in Brazil this time, so they updated this city as it looks like. It's not an airport, right? No, it's a city. So received a night announcement. The same thing is for Ghent. They also received the night announcement. And looking at some of the cities, I do think that some of the cities were already there. So I'm wondering if they did some trick to, I would say, kind of republish them. Then the next one is by Cloud Studio. It's the Moraine Air Park at I-73, which is a public airport in the city of Moraine, Ohio, United States. And this is what you get, right? So this is the airport, as you can see. So pretty cool. Also the surroundings over there. Then the Island of British Territory night announcement, also by Dream Scenery. So they updated St. Helena, Tristan, the Island, and the Falkland Islands. So what they did is, I would say, they updated the night announcements there, right? So that's cool. And then following the list, we will find a new fighter, the GF-17 Thunder, created by M Scenery. So it's a highly detailed model, 3D cockpit animated. Most of the guides are working, frame rate friendly, and highly detailed textures, 4K, 8K, high definition PBR. And here you can see some of the screenshots, right? So this is the exterior. Then we've got the cockpit itself, which also, let's say, shows some usage or some wear, which is really cool. So nice one. Then we've got Kampala night announcement. Kampala is a city in Uganda, Africa. Also, Dream Scenery touched that city. Say they've been really busy this week. After a week of, let's say, not being able to deliver anything. And then we've got the airport night announcement for the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, Kilo Charlie Lima Tango. And here you will see what I did with with the airport, right? So also a lot of cool stuff is there. Scrolling down the list, we will find the Jackson International Airport, Kilo Juliet Alpha X-Ray, created by Fly Too High, or at least updated by Fly Too High. So they updated the airport, right, including, say, the ground terminal or the ground uh, vehicles, ground services, including, I would say, buildings, including static scenery and a lot of other cool stuff. Then Lagos night announcement by Dream Scenery. It's in Nigeria. Again, received an update from Dream Scenery, as well as Leicester by night, right in the UK. Again, it's in the East Midlands. Again, also night enhancements. They did a lot of work. Continuing with Leipzig, a city in where is it? Germany. And the last one, at least from this row, is Linz, which is also not it's not in Germany, it's in Austria. Also received an update. Again, night announcements for this nice city. Then we've got France VFR, which created a livery pack France South East, which includes 15 original liveries for the most popular aircraft supplied. It's as standard with Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? Which means the DR400, the Cessna 172, the Cap 10, and the DA40 NG. So all of the liveries are 4K, ultra high resolution textures, and smooth optimization of on text and curves. So here you can see some of the examples, right? So pretty cool. Then we've got the Ash in Belgium, also received a night enhancement from Dream Scenery. And then we've got the new airport, Latiste Pardubice Airport, Lima Kilo Papa Delta, created by AC Scenery. It's an airport in Czechia, which has, is would say, both a public and military airport. So likely they also include some military things. Just checking the screenshots which they have shared. It's because it's not, would say, described in the description of the video or description of the airport. It looks like I saw some fire trucks over there. Also included snow. Here's the military part. So yes, military part is also included. Then we've got Forcimus, which have released the MU2 liveries. The MU2, right, is an aircraft which you not need to buy separately. It's not included. So it contains 12 liveries for the Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, and these are the liveries which are included. All free updates, 4K, 8K, and they are detailed. And here you can see some of the screenshots. It's a really nice aircraft to fly with. It's really developed, really nice. Then scrolling down the list, we find RK Bridger, which has released the England South Coast Bridges, right? The New England. So that's in the US. So they did a lot of things, right? All models are listed below. So they added tons of bridges. I'm not gonna show you every screenshot, but if you love flying, I'd say over bridges, and especially in this area, right, which is covered over here, then you might consider buying this pack. I'd say RK Bridger is known for upgrading bridges, I would say, and really adding cool things and really replacing all the sometimes crap which is in Flight Simulator from bridge perspective, because we also know that some bridges are under the water, etc. Then we've got at Tetiaora Airport, November Tango Echo, created by Simtech. It's in French Polynesia. So it's a private airstrip with realistic static aircraft, terminal buildings, emergency services, taxiway, runway, and apron markings. 100% confirmed the real airport. So that's pretty cool. And here you can see some of the screenshots where you can see that they also added some buildings as it looks like outside of the airport. So that's always nice. So there you saw the airstrip. So pretty cool, this one. Then we also have Huahina Fair Airport and November Tango Tango Hotel, also by French, also by Syntax Re and in French Polynesia, and also includes some static scenery like these aircrafts, as you can see. So keep it in mind that you don't think you can fly with them. No, they're static. Then scrolling down the list, we will find more night enhancements. In this case, Padua, which is a city in Italy. Here you can see the screenshots. Down the next one is Palermo, also in Italy. Also night enhancement by Dream Scenery. And next is the Pilot in Command by Perfect Flight. It was already available outside of Flight Simulator, but they now released it also as part of the store. So it contains 24 new landing challenges, which will obviously challenge you a lot, right? That's always good. So it's a compelling and impressive experience for individuals seeking a high degree of difficulty and advanced flying skills. You can see that the challenges do include landing challenges for multiple aircraft types, including the Airbus and Boeing 747. And here you can see some of the examples, right, which will be added once you bought this package. Then scrolling down, we will find more night announcements. Rennes, which is in France, received an update. I'm not going to show you all the screenshots because Salzburg also received a night announcement. Here you can see the result. And then Sheffield Night announcement, which also received an update. Sheffield, right, in the UK. Then we've got Slovenia 1 by Mickman's Flight Sim Museum, which takes place in Slovenia. It's a VFR flight, right? It's mostly, I would say, likely bush trips where you can fly. So 25 flights, which are added using 4 different aircraft types, which you can use. And these are the, I would say, flights which are included. And of course, you can fly over this nice city and discover Slovenia from the air. They also released number 2, which contains, I would say, different missions, as you can see. Uh, but it still is interesting, right? So if you are love to flying or discover new countries, then Slovenia 1 and 2 might be something which you might want to buy. Then France VFR also has released a new package, the Southeast VFR airports, which are the VFR airports in the southeast part of France. And they updated multiple ones, as you can see. Some of them are known, right? So, for example, you have Grenoble, Aubusville, Lyon-Bron. I'd say those are receiving an update, right? So they are enhancing the default airports which are included in Flight Simulator. 4 large military airports are added, as well as the detailed ground textures and markings. And here you can see, okay, how it looks like. And you can see that it really, I would say, is something which you shouldn't underestimate, right? They really spent some serious time on updating these airports. And really, I would say it looks really cool. Then we've got the Spitfire Mk1A by Flight Replicas. As we all know, it's a military aircraft, right? An older one. But if you love flying these old aircrafts, then this might be one you want to buy, including the cockpit, which is very detailed, as you can see. Then we've got Juliaca Inca Manco Airport, Sierra Papa Juliet Lima, created by Salvo Corporation. It's in Peru, so developed it together with partnership of low-end PC studios, custom airways, taxiways, sorry, aprons and runway textures, day and night announcements, and several other cool things, including updated airport buildings. This is what you can see, right? So it contains cool stuff, which is really nice. So cool. Then we've got Samsung 3D, which has released USA Modern Cities Volume number 2. That's in addition to Volume number 1. Right, so in this case, 4 major cities, San Francisco, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Honolulu, they receive an update, right? So 80 handcrafted buildings, 2 replaced default broken bridges, 3 beautiful night effects, and many many building rooftops are landable helipads. So I assume that they mean that there are only 4 of them, but that's just an assumption based on the text. So cool, right? Looks really nice. Then scrolling down the list, we're at the end almost. We're finding the Aji Pangaran Tumanggung Pranuto International Airport, also known for Chicago code Whiskey Alpha Lima Sierra, created by Salvo Corporation. So this airport has been developed in partnership with New Simulation, and it's in Indonesia. So they added custom taxiways, aprons, and runway textures day and night, of course, and custom modeled airport buildings, including the interior. So let's have a look at some of the screenshots which they have shared. This is the interior. No passengers. Maybe that's also part of it, but it looks like on the screenshot it's not. And then this last one, we've got the WZ-7 Soaring Dragon by M Scenery. It's likely, as I would say, an unmanned aerial vehicle because that's where they're almost known for, right? They're releasing a lot of them. So if you love flying an unmanned vehicle, then you might want to buy this one. And here we are at the end of the new stuff, right? So in total, there are 53 items. Some of them are a little bit duplicated, right? Like London City Airport. So keep an eye, especially on that one, because you need to read it carefully to make sure that you're buying the correct version. Hope you liked it. If you like this video, then make sure that you hit the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.